Hey guys.
Hi. Hello. Happy Saturday.
Hello there.
So
The
due
happiest
to some
of Saturdays
connection,
to y'all too.
due to some connection problems on Georgie's end, there, we're not gonna stream the game today. Okay.
I've
Yeah,
failed
we
you
want to
all.
keep the quality as consistent as we can, but we've got something else planned, which is pretty cool. Going to be doing some art streaming with Ben Costa, hanging out.
Ort.
This is actually the final piece of art that'll be included in our new middle grade chapter book series called Dungeoneer Adventures, which will be coming out in May.
Yeah. So this is gonna be a map of the school, Dungeoneer Academy. It's gonna be the end papers of the book, and we didn't know that it was gonna make it in the book, so sort of a new thing.
We got the green light from Simon and Schuster last week.
It's Mr. Simon and Ms. Schuster themselves.
Yes.
Literally yesterday.
Literally yesterday. Yeah. It feels like a million miles away, but it's 15 minutes ago. And as you can see, Ben's made some great progress.
Yeah, so I'm just making a basic dungeon map out of the school. Thought that would be cute. You know what I mean?
Where are the classrooms? You know,
These are the
where's the
classrooms right
quad?
here. This is the quad courtyard area.
Where's the
Deflecting
pool?
left and right. Where's
There's
the
no
pool?
pool.
That's a good idea.
There's
Actually,
always room for a pool.
The gym. We could just say that there's like a platform that
couple of
pulls
swim
back.
lanes.
The floor recedes to
It's high tech.
pool under there.
It's
Yeah,
shrimp engineering at its finest.
It was
exactly.
the 30 million gold required to create that was donated by Subterranean Pits and Layers LLC.
Yeah.
We need dungeoneers that can swim.
Yeah.
We're going to the Scalawag Strand.
Every time. Yeah. I like the idea that every time they bring people into dungeons or pits or lairs, they just died as swimming traps. So they made it a stipulation that new dungeoneers have to learn how to
be
swim.
expert swimmers.
Yeah.
The Goblinoid Olympics. Just pretty classic. Yeah, so this is Dungeoneer Academy. This is a adventure school to have students that will learn how to be Dungeoneer explorers in the Land of Eam. And this is the setting of our newest book series from Simon & Schuster, for those of you that are just joining. And
I'm just going to be jumping around on the map.
There's no rhyme or reason to it.
There is.
That's cool.
It's just,
I love the
Quinn.
structure. I love the structure to the right, that like stalagmite type pyramid structure. I didn't.
Yeah.
That wasn't around yesterday, but it adds a lot.
I love that
it was a building, but I thought,
it was a built.
Kind of make it more dungeony.
Yeah, I dig it. I like it's perfect. You know what I mean? Perfect.
So is it like, how does it structurally work? Is it like a giant cavern, and these are all like carved into the rock down below, like ant mazes, or are these all like the roof is peeled away, and we're seeing inside each of these things, and they're just
the roof is peeled away, and you're seeing inside it.
So how does the giant building work?
So I think
you're putting too much thought into it.
But
go ahead.
Sorry.
I think you were right, George. It is a combination of like actual dugout dungeons and dungeon rooms, as well as like big open caverns, like in the courtyard. It's like the roof is just minerals and whatever, and so it's that way. It's not like all claustrophobic dungeon crawly.
Yeah,
but it's definitely designed in the spirit of a dungeon.
Was this built into an old dungeon that fell into disuse or something? Or was it specifically built for the Dungeoneer Academy?
It was specifically built for Dungeoneer Academy, as far as I know.
They got a grant from some robber barons.
It was founded by Geddy Munchausen.
Wow.
Dungeoneer Explorer. That's
love it.
It's a statue of him at the front.
Yeah, there he is. There he is. I think we may have shown him on the stream in the previous art stream for Dungeoneer Adventures, but I'm not 100% sure. But I love Getty.
Yeah. Getty
Von Munchausen. Vel.
Chiba Munchausen.
To the left of the structure is the training area. You can see there's like some mazy looking things with some
Like
traps,
spiky pits. Like, yeah.
spiky pits and pillars and all that. And that's where all of the physical training takes place for becoming a Dungeoneer Explorer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not super excited about inking that because it's very,
Like very detailed, right?
Yeah.
cooked right now.
Right.
Oh, I see. Well, we can flesh it out together, because that's exactly what Ben loves, is someone telling him what to do when he's doing art.
George Higgins, art director.
Yeah.
What I mean is, it's like the sketch is not.
It's like
what I
jumbles
would
right now.
actually
Yeah.
draw. So.
Yeah, but it's suggestive enough for us to understand what the room will be all about.
Is there a blood sport type arena?
There is no blood sport type arena.
It's the closest thing to it, though.
It's the closest thing to it, though.
Okay.
They're not directly competing or trying to fight each other at all.
Mhm.
They're like, they work in teams, and the teams have party
balance.
Party balance. Or what is it? It's in the book.
Party composition.
Party composition. Yes, that's
I love it.
class.
I
There's
love
a
it.
class that they're taking in the first book called Party Composition, or
Mhm.
at least that's one of the subjects of their class for Dungeoneering 101.
So, I mean, there could be stuff in the future where they are directly competing.
Yeah,
You know?
but not the junior Dungeoneers.
I just want a place where someone is chanting Kumite and they're just beating on drums, and they have like a martial arts instructor who's just like Bolo Young, and all he does is flex his pecs at him
I love it.
and pump his arms up and down.
Like a Wug Bolo Young would be amazing.
Wug Bolo Young writes itself.
A Wug named Bolo.
So
Young
make me
Bolo.
so happy.
Young Bolo. Oh, young
Yeah.
Bolo. Come on. Teaches them
This is a
gladiatorial
good question, though, right here. Like, how does
Yeah.
this work? Because this was something I was butting up against. If
I
there's
gotta
this
enhance this.
structure right here,
Mm-hmm.
how does?
Yeah, like how does that resolve with other stuff around it?
Mhm.
Well,
yeah,
I think-
that's why I was kind of wondering too. I was like,
yeah, I just assumed it was cutaways. It's just like,
what would require changes is if it was kind of like a giant mine shaft that it was in. So if it was more, I don't know how you would even convey that in art, but if that was like a way that, like, how do you get to the surface first of all? Down to the left?
actually
The surface is
over to the right.
There's an elevator right here.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So this is the entry point, and then there's also a train station that goes to other
I
places.
love that so much. That is already my favorite part about this thing.
Yeah. In the first story, the kids board the train to travel to another part of the Underlands.
Called the Fungal Jungle.
The Fungal Jungle.
It's fun. Where they fight the Yeasty Boys.
Wow.
Well, hence the name Lost in the Mushroom Maze.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the title of the book.
Plug.
Amazon.com pre-order.
Do it now.
Should have put
at
a
any-
link in there.
At any point in, yeah, we could still put the link, I think, if we had a description. At any point in the novel, does someone get tied to the train tracks?
No. No.
The kids like to play a parlor game where they tie someone to the train tracks, and everyone has to race to rescue him before he gets run over by the train.
I'm kind of I'm like kind of disappointed myself that it never occurred to me to do that and to twirl a mustache.
There has to be a mustachioed young
I
adventurer.
mean, there are train track shenanigans that happen.
Okay.
True. Very shenanigan-y.
Is it involve like a hand car where they're just like people are trying to outrace a train?
No.
Okay. This is why you
So-
guys don't consult me for
No.
ideas.
No, it's like
Negatory.
sabotage type stuff.
Mm.
Sabotage.
Did you know that a sabot is the French word for a shoe?
So that's where
So-
saboton comes from, huh?
I can only imagine. Antonio Sabaton Jr. So Ben, when you're inking, you just go to whatever catches your eye and then kind of fill in piecemeal.
Especially for something like this, where it's
With
just
all
like
the
super
detail.
overwhelming, and
Hmm.
yeah.
Is that a style that you've just developed, or is there like technique to it, or it's just kind of the way you work?
I think it's just my brain.
Okay. Okay. It's like real insight into how
Just
your
my
brain like processes stuff.
There's not like a specific technique that's happening
I
here.
see.
It's just like, I don't want to do that because that's hard, so I'll move over here and do that. It's
like
basically like
path of least resistance.
yeah.
I like that the trees are done though. Do those get light, or are they just like the quad? Does it get light from above ground,
There's lots of
like natural light shafts?
bioluminescence.
Oh,
like,
okay, cool.
You know, especially in the fungal jungle, it's like glowy things everywhere.
I mean, so I might be putting the cart before the horse, but are you going to kind of when you color it? I imagine you're going to color it. Are you going to put small little like bioluminescent things on the walls of rooms illuminating it?
Yeah,
Like little
It's not
fungal lamps.
It's not gonna be colored. It's gonna be
yeah. Some places you'll have like candles and torches, and like other
Yeah.
places it'll be. Although light shafts is totally something that could be there. I don't know why not. A lot of the characters. Well, actually, there's only one human that attends the school. His name is
Everyone
Coop.
hates him.
He sometimes has a rough time. Yeah, he does.
Mhm.
He's a little out of his element with a bunch of creatures and critters from the land of Eam, but
Mhm.
he makes do. And his best friend is a bugbear named Augie.
Augie.
They're roommates.
How many people to a room? Like how many people do you have as roommates?
2 to 4,
Okay. Okay. All right.
depending. Coop's in a 2-room with Augie.
If some people hate him because he's got a 2-room and they think he's getting special
Yeah, it's
treatment
like
as
college.
a human. Yeah.
Nah, it's all the luck of the draw.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we've only shown their dorm room, so
Yeah.
Everything else is theoretical and psychological.
Yes. Everything else is theoretical.
You
But I don't see why not.
Theoretical.
I just don't see why not.
There's like some kids who are in an 8-room and it's just the smelliest, nastiest thing in the
It's
world.
like part of the old part. It's like one of the wings of the old dormitory.
Mhm.
It used to be a barracks.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just
It smells
20,
like
20 cots
beans.
in an empty warehouse.
Yeah.
It smells like beans.
Hmm.
It sure do.
It sure do.
I tell you what, it sure do.
Oh no, dang old beans.
Dang old beans.
I love that the way dungeons are designed, there's no real like straight lines. Like the rooms themselves have straight lines for the most part, but like the paths are all windy and twisty and turny.
I think it's the same premise as like creating a road through the mountains. It's
Yeah,
like,
totally.
you got to just find the least path of resistance because
Yeah. This rock's too hard. Go left.
Yeah, right. Oh, we found an adamantium core. There's no way we can go through that.
But we can sure sell it.
Indeed. Subterranean Pits and Layers. LSE.
You thinking about adding another room there?
No, I'm remembering a part of the book where they're walking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, maybe it's over here.
And we're walking, and we're
Maybe
walking.
Maybe walking over here.
Hmm.
Okay.
So, what came first? Everything in the book came first, and then this map was more reactive to it. Like you found out you could put it in, so you decided to make it, or did you have a layout in mind when you?
It's reactive.
Reactive.
Okay. Yeah.
We hadn't like thought through the layout. Just well,
Mhm.
not the layout specifically, but we did have an idea of like
Stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, you knew like the parts that made it up. You just didn't
Yeah,
know how they fit
yeah.
together.
The parts were firmer. We added some stuff like in the last minute just to think about the future because Dungeoneer
Mhm.
Adventures is a 3-book series. So number 2 will be coming
At
out
least.
after
At least.
at least 3 books.
What you could do is every book you just add another floor to the Dungeoneer Academy.
That's an
And
interesting
just
idea.
like the next level.
Like level 1, level 2,
Yeah,
level 3.
like maybe the quad is persistent, but because it's the space you can see from above levels.
I got to tell
I
you,
mean,
that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, we could just put Dungeoneer Academy level 1, and even if we never do a level 2, it's just
Yeah.
it gives us room
Yeah.
to
And
Right.
do whatever we want.
I love the
Yeah.
idea that the courtyard is like a giant shaft, and you can like go up,
Mhm.
see,
Yeah, and like
look at it from different points of view.
right, and like same with the tall building in the corner. It's
Right.
it can be something that's seen from each level. And you can go. I would imagine you go up from here, although you could also go down. Like there could be a
Maybe
whole book
like
based on the sublevels.
like Angband in the Silmarillion. It's like Melkor's castle that's in reverse.
Mhm.
His throne room is the farthest down that you can go.
Makes sense to me. It tracks.
Yeah, it's foreboding and terrifying, and there's no
Yeah.
way out.
So on that note, is the only way between levels going to be the elevator, and is the only way to escape this place the elevator or the train, or is there like a stairwell somewhere?
I don't know. I like the idea of there being secret stairways, all kinds of stuff that's been there for years, but is
Yeah.
unknown to most of the students.
Yeah, like it's not even on the map. Like
Yeah.
it exists if you're wily enough,
Right.
coyote enough.
If you're coyote enough. Wily coyote.
Yeah, we get an anvil dropped on your head, see stars, all that good stuff.
He's a classic guy. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
What would you do for a Klondike
Klondike
bar?
bar. Should get a Klondike bar to sponsor our stream.
Right.
I would eat
At our hospital, each floor of the new inpatient tower, is sponsored by a certain like company. Like the fifth floor is like our Panda Express floor or whatever. It's like a Costco floor.
Wow.
Like, it's like really fascinating because we rely heavily on donations to keep the children's hospital going.
Sure,
right?
sure.
But so they'll have like a whole wing, and you walk up, you get out of the elevators, and it's like this floor brought to you by Panda Express, basically.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. Although if you're a kid and you're feeling crummy, like it would probably be nice to see like a Panda Express or something,
right?
Like a fun, delicious food that's different.
Does that mean that Panda Express sells food on that floor?
I wish it did, because I would go to that floor all the time. Give me some beef broccoli and orange chicken, some super greens,
Super greens over
here. Super greens.
So they don't have a Panda Express there? That's got to be...
We don't. We have an HBO cafe, because HBO sponsored the cafe, I think, at a certain point. Like that's our cafeteria.
Get the Larry David. And...
you go over to the self-serve Sopranos fridge, and it's just...
Yeah.
Gabagool.
Yeah, hey, gabagool, as far as I can see. All day, every day, gabagool.
Cured meats.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are you gonna put numbers in each room? Is that the idea? So like, if I'm looking for the armory, it'll be through. Okay.
There's a key here. If you
I see the key. Yeah.
People might want to read it.
Done, by the way. It's.
Oh, well then, in that case,
half of these things don't even exist. There's no mail room.
No, this is just copy paste.
Yeah.
Oh, I had another idea for a room, Ben, like a laboratory, like a lab.
Yeah.
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 It's
Chemistry lab with a
it's
cauldron in it.
It's in book 2. I figured.
Mm.
Alchemy.
Yeah, I mean, we could figure that those are the classrooms, though, probably.
That's true. That's true. Well, I expect
'Cause
details.
there's 14
I
of
want
them.
to see Bunsen burners.
Yeah, the entire second floor is an alchemical, room.
Yeah, it's a giant chemical manufacturing plant
Yeah.
right above a
And-
school.
Yeah. Every
Actually,
2 months or
That's
so.
not far off. That's not far
Yeah.
off. The school is located right next to Thurf, right?
Oh, and then if it's next to Thurf, then it's pretty on brand for there to be some chemica. There's a giant vat. Every 2 months or so, a guy falls in and pops out as the Joker. It's a Batman crossover.
Batman crossover. Now, who needs Batman when you've got Shane Shandar?
Shane Shandar. Shane
Who is-
Shandar tells everyone to fear him.
Yeah. Shane
Fear
Shandar.
me.
Fear me. Where is the Panda Express for
Yeah.
real?
Does Shane Shandar come and teach lectures?
Not yet, but he is the most famous graduate of the school.
Is he one of the is he graduate in the first class?
Yes.
So you're saying that there's going to be a Dungeoneer Academy first class,
No,
spin-off novel
just-
series?
Ben is laughing because none of this is super set in stone. So I'm just saying.
Yes.
I'm just trying to give confident answers.
Yeah. This is why you should not invite me on streams like this, because I'll just
Yes.
ask hard-hitting questions.
That's fine.
Things that don't exist yet.
I love the hard-hitting questions because it's led to a couple of great ideas that I think could definitely be incorporated into it.
I like it. I like it a lot.
George is playtesting our story.
Yeah, it's gotta. You just keep poking and prodding at it until things solidify or fall apart.
That's how you do it. That's how you make
It's true.
anything.
It's true. All of it.
Wow.
It's true.
It's true.
All of it.
Joey. I don't care what you smell.
Was that a shaft that goes deeper down, Ben, or is it like a little lake?
It's like a
Was
little
that bridge?
It's
Okay,
a little
alright.
pond in the garden area,
nice place to unwind. Nice, peace and
Yeah.
quiet. Hang out with your friends.
Yeah, there's some sirens in there that randomly seduce students and lead them to a watery grave.
Oh my god.
You feed the pterodactyls in there, and
Yeah.
The pterodactyls, I love it.
Pterodactyls. Those are canon.
Yeah.
It's part of the great menagerie of predatory waterfowl that exists in the land of Eve.
God, this waterfowl will kill you. That's true.
I think it's inspired by when Ben and I were first working on the Rickety Stitch script for book 1. We
Mhm.
wrote almost all of it at a library in Menlo Park, California. And when we were working on it, we would occasionally take breaks and work outside for an hour or so, or 2 hours, or
Mhm.
sometimes we'd never even go in the library. And there was always just ducks in these ponds and little artificial waterways that would just
Mhm.
meander around the property all the time. And now I think of them as cosmic horrors that are just ready to pounce at any time.
It is also
Yeah.
like Poltergeist. Came up with that really early on in
Yeah,
book 1.
Rickety Stitch book 1, Poltergeist.
That's a solid one.
Which led to a challenge to essentially how many types of dangerous and predatory geese can you come up with? And I've lost count. And there are more to come.
Are there any kind of deadly swans that break your arm?
Oh, interesting. Deadly swans.
There's no swans yet, but there sure are a lot of geese.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
5 or 6 different.
Yeah,
types of
let's.
geese.
We've
Yeah,
got you got your
humongeese.
humongeese, asparageese,
Uh-huh.
bubble geese.
Put a bull in that bubble geese.
Yeah,
Pegagoose.
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 It's in Pungent Quest.
Yeah.
That's 5.
Swan's not as fun to play off of. I can't think of anything immediately.
Yeah, geese are inherently funnier to me.
Mm-hmm.
Ducks are also funny,
Yeah.
but a goose.
Ducks are funny. You know what I mean?
You know,
What other waterfowl we got?
well, you remind me. Like I was talking to Ben last week. I was watching this YouTube channel on like medieval bestiaries and like how they would like how basically the history behind it and like how they're filled with these like elaborate art pieces of the creatures, but a lot of them are super off from what
Right.
reality.
It's like when people have told, like it's like playing the telephone game.
And the hypothesis is that the people that were doing the art had never actually seen the animal. They'd only been told about it by the adventurer that had seen the animal. And sometimes there were like animals like that were just dragon cockatrices, animals that didn't exist at all. And one of them, and I don't remember its name, I've got to look it up, but one of them was a tree. It was a creature that was a tree, and it grew geese on it.
What?
Yes, it's wild. I fell out of my chair because I thought to myself, that's got to be in the land of Eam.
Yeah, how is that not already a thing? That's how poultry. Yeah,
that's how geese are made, or asparagus, or whatever.
Yeah,
but it's like there's a goose tree, and I'm going to look it up later this afternoon because I'm really curious.
That's amazing.
It just obviously captured my imagination immediately.
Asparagus grow from the ground, so their heads just pop up like asparagus shoots.
Yeah.
Yeah, they grow
and
farms.
Yeah, fields of asparagus.
Cursed farms.
Yeah.
Farms that have too much poltergeist droppings. It saturates the soil and asparagus grow.
So poltergeist were at one time just geese, right? So there are just geese in the land of Eam.
I suppose.
I don't know if that's true.
I don't know if that's true, but if you took it really literally and
I'm trying to understand. Yeah.
Poltergeist are essentially just really angry geese ghosts. Just geese ghosts that are really angry and can't let go.
They just can't let go. They have unfinished business. Unfinished geese business.
Smashing dishes.
Honk.
Freaking out Craig T. Nelson.
Yep.
But we haven't like... they are like spectral though. They're like undeadish.
Yeah.
They come from the geese dimension. They're crossover spirits.
Yeah, which we'll release that sandbox in 2040. It'll be
a
dimension
Land
of evil
has like
waterfowl.
Pretty specific undead rules because of the Gloom King.
That's true.
So if the poltergeist
can exist, like separate from the Gloom King, but skeletons and like undead things are the creation of the Gloom King.
Like zombies, ghouls.
Are there
zombies?
Not strictly. We haven't created like a Land of Eam zombie yet. Not really.
It's too easy. It's not creative enough.
I mean, it's pretty much there are some zombie-like skeletons in the book.
Yeah. What makes a zombie-like skeleton? Like it eats brains, or it has flesh hanging off, or
just more flesh?
Oh, more flesh. Okay.
Like they're all kind of like raisiny, like dried up, long dead.
Oh.
We don't have any like fresh dead.
They've been like desiccated.
Dead. Yeah, right. They're desiccated corpses.
There's like pack them in silica gel packs that you find in your shoes to remove the moisture. That's how you make a mummy,
Yeah. Dr. Scholl's.
Yeah.
These are Dr. Scholl's mummies specifically. They've been over foot powdered.
Yeah.
Love the mushrooms. The garden. Are there any predatory plants in the garden? Not yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I wonder if it's gonna be one of those things where kids start disappearing, and that's a whole adventure. And it's in the garden of Dungeoneer Academy.
I don't know. I don't want. I also don't want people to think this is just completely literal. You know, it's like
Let's see.
everything is not depicted that exists.
I don't understand. I get it.
It's like the overland map of the game. You know, like
Yeah,
Suggestive of what's there, and then you got to dive into the books to get the specifics.
I would understand this a lot better if there were hexes.
And if there were 6 of them,
Yeah,
that were under your control.
yeah, exactly. Give me 6 hexes on the 3rd floor. I got this.
We'll let you sponsor them with Panda Express and Costco.
Yeah.
They'll be right. They'll be right over by the train station.
Yeah,
Just a full-
Pandora's Express.
It's like, oh, Hex 1, the food court.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
there'll
there'd
be
totally be a food court.
There'd be a Nork's Noodles, a Wally's Waffles, and Warg's Express.
Yeah.
We got to come up with more restaurants that exist in the land of Eam, like restaurant chains, or not do that because it's absurd.
I love the idea that like there are restaurant chains though.
It's very Mucklands.
Yeah.
You won't see very many restaurant chains in the Grimley Wood or Middle Route Run, but the Mucklands is very industrial and commercial.
Is there like an Epolitan
At least some of
pizza
it, some
from
of
like
it.
Eppley?
Wow. Yes.
Saying, man.
nothing exists from Eppley, man.
I know. I'm sorry.
Not even the recipes for their pizza.
Yeah. There are long rumored tales of, Mexican pizza in New Mexico, like we had in our campaign.
Spaghetti dishes,
Yeah.
pizza. I forget which stream we were trying to just decide if pizza would be canon in the land of Eam.
Pizza's so good. You gotta have pizza.
Oh man, pizza will be in Shrim. Just be like pizza places.
Yeah.
I mean, pizza seems very goblin-y to me.
That's true. It does. No, I hear what you're saying. I can't articulate it, but it does feel goblin-y that there would be pizza.
But it's like all over the place with the weirdest toppings.
When I think of Shrim, I think of like freeze-dried ice cream. Like they've got industry, but it's less commercial and more
Like kind of individual scientific like crackpots.
well, you definitely have your crackpots and your inventors and your mad scientists, but
There's like gastropubs and stuff.
Wow.
that's so
Yeah.
He's getting at what I was trying to articulate.
Yeah,
though.
I see.
It's like there's gastropubs. It's like less commercial. It's more about like I don't know. Our ideas for shrimp
Uh-huh.
are wild.
There's like places that have like you just taste the essence of like this or that, where it's like foam that you eat, and that's all you get.
Yeah, you like eat this foam, and it's like, oh, it's like having a goblin pizza.
Yeah,
It's like
Aerosol
space food.
cans
Yeah.
of cheese.
yeah. I like the idea that like Shrim puts out like freeze dried stuff and like protein bars.
Yeah, it's like really,
Like
it's
they're
really
just really
efficient.
functional sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's functional. Everything that they make has a purpose. There's no
Mhm.
tchotchkes around.
Gnome tchotchke.
Wow. Gnome tchotchkes will be a store.
Yeah.
Putting lockers here, by the way.
Oh, good idea.
Ooh.
Since they're in the book.
Yeah.
So are combination locks a thing in Land of Eam, or is it all just like lock and key?
It's combination locks, yeah.
Some Shrimp technology right there.
I mean, there's tons of stuff. Like, what better question is, what doesn't exist, George?
Whoa!
Oh, did I just blow your mind?
Mind blowed. Mind blowed.
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still stuck on food.
Yeah. This is looking good.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's very neat. Very nice.
Glad you think so, because I'm like at the stage where I'm always thinking this sucks.
Yeah, Ben is dissatisfied until something is complete, and even then, he's just never satisfied with it.
That's not true.
He'll always make it better.
No, I'm not really like that. I just
Mhm.
midway through something, it's
One of your superpowers is that you're not a perfectionist. because that can be a huge detriment to creating anything.
Yeah.
I like how the cavern gets a lot more rough and tumble once the train leaves the station.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were just blowing it out with dynamite at that point. There's no hand picking. Just like chunking it out of the mountain. We need a hole that goes to the surface.
Just picture Goulahan like rolling with dynamite wheelbarrows, just indiscriminately blowing it up to make it. Come on, boys!
I gotta pull up the train stuff for reference.
Prepare for a sneak peek. If Ben decides to share it or not.
A sneak peach.
Yeah, I'll share it. Why not?
Heck yeah! This is an arts train. Share the
arts and farts and crafts.
Arts and crafts.
All right, here we go.
Whoa! Let me zoom in on that.
Well, let's see. Page display to it's a little wonky. It should really be. It should be these two together.
There's Kupanagi from behind.
I thought that was one name, Kupanagi.
Kupanagi. I am Kupanagi.
Kupanagi.
So Coop and Augie should at some point meet a guy named Kupanagi, and there's just a whole conversation.
Hey,
they're
that's
trying to
us.
figure out. No, I am Kupanagi.
I am.
But we're Coop and Augie. No, Coop and Augie.
It'll be a traveling warrior,
Mm-hmm.
like Usagi Jumbo.
Dai Haganbaru.
All right.
I love this. This art is so good.
I'm gonna take it away from you. Why is it all
Yeah,
pixelated?
how dare you take it away?
Are you looking?
Yeah,
at
what's up with that?
Is that InDesign, or was that taken from an InDesign file? I'm sorry.
I think I know why. It's because this is a PDF, but
Oh,
yeah. Sometimes the export stuff.
yeah.
I think it's because that page wasn't linked in the document.
The full page. The full. Yeah. That's how they get you.
Every time. I want there to be. So first off, I obviously want this to take off because I want there to be all these like random offshoot books, like I don't know, the mystery of what's going on in the train tunnel or something.
That's cool.
I just feel like there's already like I'm looking at this and there's so much stuff that you have to play with. It's really good.
It's one of the benefits of just making any story in the Land of Eam is that the world is so extensive now.
Mm-hmm.
At least in our at least in the back side of our house, like behind the curtain, it's super extensive. We've only released 3 books and then the game so far, but next year
got a really extensive backside.
We shop at the big and tall.
Yeah. Yeah, you said next year there's going to be
next year,
a billion more books.
We're releasing a lot of books, and it's going to be, or well, I should say, one, and then running the crowdsourcing campaign to produce all the stuff for the game, which will take longer to release. But it makes it easy to, when you have a sandbox, you have the ability to throw characters and their conflicts directly into a world that's already been created. So it's like there's a lot to pull from, and it definitely makes it easier to insert characters into a setting than to constantly world build every time you create a new story.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, like you really just, I mean, that's how it is when we're playing. We just jump in. We're inserting these characters, and the world is already largely created. And Ben GM's a wonderful campaign. That's
Ben Costa's got to be the best GM this side of the San Andreas, at least.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I'm a great GM. I'm a serviceable GM. I do some things good, other things not so good. But hey, maybe that's every GM. Okay.
I think
You
that's
got your own style, you know. You got a good style.
I dig it.
Can you dig it?
Can you dig it?
This is Ben trying to create a locomotive.
This is me just trying to copy my own drawings.
Ben has the magical power to like just pull any of the magic right away from you.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, hi, welcome.
I thought you were going to say Ben has the power to plagiarize himself by copying his own locomotives.
Hey,
Hey,
Guskin,
Guskin.
how's it going? I have the power. Guskin,
Power to move you.
If you just came here, we're not playing the RPG today, but we're working on a map for our new series called Dungeoneer Adventures.
Dungeoneers bouncing here and there and everywhere.
I love it.
A Dungeoneer.
I want there to be gummy bears in your guys' Land of Heme, but like some kind of knockoff,
Just like
Tar Baby-esque gummy bears.
magical-esque anthropomorphic bear creatures.
Mhm.
They're kind of like gnomes, because gnomes got those magic feet. They can like jump all over the place.
It's true. Whatever happened to L. Barry Barryton? Today we go on an expose, deep diving into the life.
The Life and Times of L. Barry Barryton.
That is its own novel series.
Yeah.
I wish we could clone you guys, because we could just put the clones on that and they'd bang one out, have a novel. Put the clones on it. All right, let's go. Next.
Just a bunch of clones to create a Land of staff.
God, it'd be amazing.
We wrote book 1 of this like really quick.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? Because you didn't have to do as much world building and you were just finally able to start playing in your own world?
We had the time, like we had like 3.5 weeks of uninterrupted time that we could focus on it. And so it was 100% of our job was just writing the book. We wrote book 2 pretty quickly too, at least the first draft of it pretty quickly, considering that we didn't have the same luxury. We're very ambitious with our plans for 2022, so it's
I believe in you.
Yeah, there's lots of work to be done, but due to some current events, we've got some extra help here and there to make it happen. And with the game, we've been partnering with a lot of super talented artists that have been really making the world come to life. Like shout out to Sean Kiernan and Corinne Caro, and I'm blanking now.
What we got Sam Amelli.
God, tip of my tongue.
Dario Mendez.
Yes.
We've got
V Hendro working on the layout. She's wonderful.
Got a new artist coming on board pretty
Ooh.
soon that's going to do some environment art.
Yeah, that'll be cool for the Mucklin sandbox, so you can see what these different regions and cities and stuff look like.
I feel like you guys have the capacity to produce the written words so quickly, but it often gets kind of held up trying to keep up with like art and other assets that you want to go along with it. Like, do you think by outsourcing, you guys are just really able to focus more on the writing of words and crafting of worlds and worry less about, illustrating every page? Like, is chapter booking just that much easier instead of, Like obviously it's a lot less of a artistic commitment from Ben in terms of like having to create each panel and each page.
Yeah, and Ben is still intimately involved with like
Right.
design, and he's never going to relinquish like putting his hands into it, just because Land of Eames style is like so grounded in Ben's style.
Yeah.
It's there's lots of art direction and stuff that has to
Yeah.
take place, and creative direction to make sure that it's an Eame,
It's got to be an Eame. So you guys ever consider crossing over with like Ben's other work, like Pong?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
I'm tapped out here. I'm doing.
Yeah. I'm like, you gotta bring back. You gotta have like a whole like Asian-esque adventures in Land of Eame where Pong falls through a portal.
No.
Should do it, man. Should do it.
He'll land in an aircraft.
That's like the antithesis of what Pong is all about.
I know. I miss him though. I miss him. Pong was a great. If you guys haven't heard of it, you should check out Ben's other work as well. But I digress.
What are you gonna do, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're focusing on Eame. I think if we ever, like, the first thing we branch out to will probably be sci-fi.
I am so dying for you guys to do sci-fi because I have ideas for hexes there too.
Yeah, port the D12 system over would be fun.
Heck yeah.
Sci-fi.
I'm gonna get started on just creating a galaxy, and you guys take what you want, leave what you don't.
But like in 5 years, there will be this massive galaxy created by
Yeah.
George.
Oh yeah, it's almost done.
It's almost done. Here are all the political intrigues.
There's something called the Galactic Senate. I want to talk to you guys about.
Wow. The Federation of Planets, which I'd like to introduce you to.
God.
I have some, old notes on a sci-fi thing I was thinking about.
Yeah.
But
it's going to be in the same.
half-baked.
It's the same spirit as Land of Eame, though, right? Like in terms of the tone, or does it have a more serious bent to it?
It'll be hard R, I think. No.
Hard R. Yeah, we have to create a whole new YouTube channel for it.
Hard. No, it wouldn't be. It would definitely have,
James certainly has like a hard R in him. I don't know that I do.
I know I do too. Ben, it exists in you.
I know.
But you
I know.
filter yourself too much.
I know. I know. I could do like a straight up like thriller drama hard R action. I know I can.
You're saying you could do Die Hard.
Yeah, I could do Die Hard. I know
you could do Die Hard. Yeah.
We've joked about how like proto Eame, like prehistory Eame, would be like Conan the Barbarian. Like,
right.
It's all playing it straight, and then like X amount of 1,000 years later, the world was inherited by Muppets.
Yeah.
James is into Warhammer and all that stuff. That's a very different tone than Land of Eame.
For sure.
I love it.
For sure.
I loved painting Warhammer figurines. I didn't care so much for playing Warhammer, but I liked.
I can't play
kit bashing and my buddy used to try to play with me. We would play 40K, and he was all sitting there measuring and had his like blast circles out, and I'm like, I just not that interested.
Yeah, it's pretty. I've never been able to learn the rules.
Yeah.
Recently, over the holidays, though, I played a super truncated version of it with my little brother called One-Page Rules, which
that's fun. That's fun.
Was very easy, and like it was like the first time I'd ever really played a game and had fun playing a game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because otherwise
I understood it immediately, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is all it is, and but mostly I'm just a modeler.
That's like a lot of the fun of it. It's very, very peaceful to just kind of like be kit bashing these things together or trying to,
It's my quiet time.
Get an ink wash on this, really highlight, makes the crevices pop.
Make those crevices pop.
Null and oil fixes everything, you know what I mean?
I do. So are you guys going to eventually, as Eam grows, have guest writers in there as well, in addition to guest artists? And this is not really me trying to pitch for 6X. It's a genuine question.
I mean, we've been talking about for the RPG having guest writers write some adventures.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be
I don't
really
know
fun.
that. I mean, unless we're like a huge mega property,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know that I would want
Get a
that.
J.J. Abrams
Yeah, I know.
take. John Favreau does Land of Eam.
Wow. I don't know that I could give up like the series writing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like-
totally.
That's real close to my heart, but I love the idea of having collaborative writers for adventures and stuff in the Land of Eam RPG, though. That I
Mhm.
think could be really fun because you get a lot of different takes. That is like the whole point of Land of Eam is you can make it what
Right.
you want.
Right.
And so getting a lot of those takes, I think, would really serve the concept behind using a sandbox or using the game to make it your own and be a part of the story.
Yeah, you can do what you want to do in Land of Eam.
You can do what you want to do in living color.
Oh, in living color. That might be too hard R for the stream.
We just dated ourselves.
Yeah, it's okay.
How long has that show been on the air?
God.
30
I mean,
years,
J-Lo started as a fly girl, you know?
25 years.
It's been on
Yeah.
the air for 25 years. I used to watch it as a little kid. I would stay up late and watch it as a little kid.
Same.
It's good times.
It was.
good times.
Super funny. In living color.
Fire Marshal Bill actually exists in the Land of Eam.
Yeah, he's a lich.
He's a lich.
Pretty classic. Okay. Pretty
So
classic.
Ben, is that thing you're crafting? I saw that they were plugging in like tubes and charging it up. Is that like a charging station, like a launching station for it, or what's the deal?
Yeah, it's a charging station as well as a little
Like control hutch.
control room. Yeah.
That's cool. So how does it? What fuels this train? Like in the conceit of the Land of Eam, like what is going through that tube into this train to charge it? It was like shrim gas, gasoline.
It is sputter technology.
Okay, all right.
So
Let's dig deeper. What is sputter technology?
see the thing about the way James and I approach things is we
Just
don't
works.
always dig deep because that,
Unless it's Gloom King related, then we dig
Right.
really deep.
Then you try to stay pretty shallow.
but
Don't think
even
about it
then,
too hard.
We don't want to ruin the mystery. Like
I
we
see.
might have answers behind the scenes on the Gloom King, but we're not
Mhm.
never gonna like articulate them.
Yeah, right.
Like you guys
Yes.
understand it, but part of the intrigue is not putting that out into the world.
Yeah, I mean, the loosest thing we've talked about is that sputter technology incorporates like clockwork, steam, and like electricity, like we call spark, or the Strim call spark. But that's as deep as it's gone, and we'll probably dig deep actually when we work on the Shrim sandbox. To at least
And those might actually be two different
Also how
things, like
Transform
sputter
work.
and spark.
Yeah, right. Two different things. But
interesting.
we haven't worked it all out yet.
Together. I see.
We can't
Broke
hear
up
you,
there.
George.
Broke up
That's
there
cool.
a little bit, George. I heard that's cool.
Oh, is it better now? Cool. That's all that matters. I was saying how work also transform.
I heard 60% of that, and it sounded like you were being auto.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I really want to do a stream where George is just automatically auto-tuned. It would be amazing.
You sounded like Wally.
Wally.
Oh no!
Oh no. Oh, I enjoy that more than I should. He'll be back. He just dropped, but he'll come back.
He'll be back.
Oh, Georgie's always back. Living a dream, you know. Saturday with his pals. Art's streaming Thameen. You know what I mean? George, device is not connected. Spiraling Georgie. Shrimp's going to be fun to work on, though. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a blast. Going to be a blast.
It's going to be a blast.
It's like designing some Shrimp Tesla coils like the old Command and Conquer Red Alert. Just giant Tesla coil trees that shoot lightning. George.
Hey, I'm back. I heard Tesla coils and I was like, oh, I missed the best part.
Nah, we were talking about how Shrimp is going to be really fun to work on.
I have ideas for Shrimp, and you guys will hate them all, but I'm still going to make you listen to them. I don't have them right now. They exist in my head.
I can't.
Is the audio better? I think my phone was just trying to connect to Wi-Fi that's not working in my house.
Yeah, your audio is definitely
okay.
superior.
It's fixed.
It's much better, I'll tell you that much. I mean,
is there anything sinister behind Shrimp technology? Like ground up fairies or something? Or is that TBD?
The only thing sinister is how they're being exploited and manipulated by the goblins.
Yeah, the shrimp exploitation is bad.
Yeah, we imagined that like Shrimp is kind of like a much more apocalyptic type place to someone who is coming from the Mucklands.
Like
and
mid-mix?
Yeah, like a little bit Mad Max, like
the
Fraggles meets Fallout kind of.
Wow, I'm
concept.
100% on board for that. I want shrimp power armor.
And like shrimp power armor. That's such a funny idea. That never even I'm ready.
But you need like 3 shrimp inside operating it. It's basically 3 shrimp in a trench coat.
It's like the giant robot goblin in Labyrinth that's at the doors.
Exactly
Yeah.
With a little lever. Oh, I love that guy.
Cannon is done. It's done.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna play Fallout 3 and 4. Not even to play the first 2 Fallouts. I'm gonna play them over again, and I'm just gonna write down everything I think should be shrimp technology.
Yeah. Like we love the idea of like actually speaking of Fallout 4, we've always talked about how shrimp like have radio technology. And like,
interesting.
Like they have like advertisements and like things, but it's different from the goblins. Like the goblin, it's got a way different vibe. And the goblins want to harness all this technology because obviously it can help them conquer the world.
Right.
But
well, I mean, if our podcast is canon.
God, that's the worst idea ever. This is the land of Eam right now.
I gotta find all the audios for the commercials that we made.
Yeah, I mean, we had commercials and then there was the Dungeon News thing where it's essentially a TV.
It's a TV. It's like a Shrimp TV.
Mm-hmm. Is that like MTV, like Shrimp TV?
Eam TV.
Eam TV.
Eam TV.
But it's like got this like kind of this like janky communication technology. They all live underground. They like live in cities that are underground because the idea is that the surface is
a hellscape.
A hellscape.
Oh, okay.
And
was it like nuked from orbit?
Mars.
Kind of.
It's like Mars.
Okay.
Like it's like Mars. It's like it's a you can breathe and survive or whatever. It's just like really dangerous.
It's Australia.
Yeah, it's Australia.
It's like Mad Max.
Yeah.
Like huge
totally get it.
Storms and
like sandstorms and crazy. Like I like the idea of having electrical storms from some past experiment gone bad. We were really
Sentient
inspired by
electrical
like
storms.
Ray Harryhausen type
Yeah.
monsters, like Cyclopses and
Mhm.
Minotaurs and like all that stuff. So it's like the surface, the Shrim are like the little guys that live underground and have created this technology essentially to defend themselves and survive.
Right.
And above ground,
I need you
is
guys to work on
rough.
this right now.
We are trying to finish the first sandbox,
I understand.
get the Mucklins complete.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, we're close. We're striking distance, I'd say. Very close.
That's awesome.
Adding some things here and there, fine tuning some things. A few new things we gotta put in, but I'd say the lion's share of it is complete.
That's amazing. I can't believe it's getting that close.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I've been working on it for years. 2 years, more than that. What's a lot of the work though is coming up with the structures and systems and all that stuff. So Ben and I's expectation is that a new sandboxes down the pipeline will be easier to tackle.
Yeah,
Especially
because
something like
you're not
Grimlywood
building rule sets.
That's got all the stuff like Grimlywood. We used to have lore posts from Grimlywood and all the Rickety Stitch series, which is just like filled with stuff that that could be incorporated into a sandbox, and it'll be fun to dive back into Rickety Stitch and resurrect a lot of those things.
What's funny is Grimlywood was actually going to be originally a part of the game launch.
Yeah, we got really ambitious with the Mucklins and decided that it wouldn't be part of the Mucklins.
I see. It's probably better that you did that, though. I mean, it gives you, it kind of lets you just expand there, unfettered by the stuff going on in the Grimlywood, but capitalizing the ideas you wanted to continue.
Yeah, I think it'd also be cool to just. It's cool to work on something totally new, and then now it's cool to revisit something that's came before. So fans of the Rickety Stitch series will get to play around in the place that started it all. Like the whole first book one takes place essentially in Grimlywood.
Yeah.
Mucklins and Grimlywood, but mostly Grimlywood.
I always think it's funny that Rickety Stitch walks through the Mucklins in like 40 pages.
Did he take the middle route run? Is that why he got through so fast?
No, it's just the story just doesn't happen there.
Yeah.
It's a montage of him going through the Grim, which you can, if you check out Rickety Stitch book one, you can see the locations. It's like you can see it on the map, like where he went, and it's definitely in the sandbox. But yeah, he's in Drippy Downs in a hot minute, and then Grimlywood, the Crossroads.
Yeah. There are people selling Rickety Stitch tours. Like you just follow the 40-day trek of Rickety Stitch
Rickety
and Gelatinous
Stitch
Cube.
through the Grimlywood.
Probably by Rickety Stitch book 6, that would happen.
Totally.
Book 6.
When they've killed the Gloom King for the 4th time.
For the 4th or 5th time, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's counting at this point? Yeah.
A lot of those attempts just they don't take.
Yeah. I like how detailed this particular area is becoming.
Do you?
I've had enough of your lip.
It's a bold choice to put a window on a door, It's respect it. Respect it. This is what Ben hates most of all.
I love it, unfortunately. I think it's fantastic. George Higgins' commentary is my favorite commentary.
You guys can only do this once every so often. Otherwise it eats at your souls too hard.
Eat at my soul.
I just think it's funny that people think that like every decision is
Like deliberate.
thoughtful.
Yeah. It's just like a matter of getting stuff done. Will there be color to this map, or is it going to stay an outline?
It'll be grayscale.
Grayscale. Okay.
The whole book is grayscale.
Grayscale. Did you do any of the in the first book of Rickety Stitch, like the first pages? There's that dot. I don't remember the technique.
Oh,
Halftones?
yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you-
No.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, halftones. No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh no. Oh.
Not at all.
Yeah. That was stupid. That was pedestrian. That was book one.
See, there was a lot of thought that went into that, George. That was all tone and no pun intended.
Tony.
A lot of
But,
Dan's a time.
separating the colorful world from the dark
Mm-hmm.
and stormy inner life of Rickety Stitch.
I love it. It really put me there. Really got me right here, right here.
Righty.
Yeah.
A1. Also not a sponsor of the stream, because I think that it gets you here, it gets you right here. It's come up like a dozen times.
You think there's anyone who's still at the A1 steak sauce company who's like aware of that commercial?
Oh, of course. At the company, they totally would be aware of it.
I mean,
It would be in their museum.
on loop. Here at the A1 Steak Sauce Museum, our
Let's
crowning
go to
achievement. Yeah,
The hall of advertisements.
yeah.
Like every day, the advertising department is just trying to like capture that lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, that
Watch it
moment
every day.
in time. Yeah.
Did you know that on Amazon, you can get 1 gallon of A1 steak sauce for $72?
That's a steal. You know,
That seems so expensive to me, but I guess the little bottles are pretty expensive.
that's fair. Yeah.
A
I mean,
gallon
how long
also
would that
go
last
long,
me? That lasts
'cause
me.
You just need a splash of it, right? I
It would
haven't.
expire before it. Like
Does it ever expire?
Not if you
I've
don't
had like
have
a really old
20
A1
kids.
bottle I'm still using, I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure it says Best Buy.
Yeah.
Probably says
Just,
Best Buy. Like,
I don't know. I
They
think it's like
can't-
ketchup.
they
People's
can't
ketchup bottles, they keep
guarantee-
it forever.
yeah, they can't guarantee quality after that date, but it's still good.
Still good. Just loses some of its potency. It's like Tylenol.
Yeah. Yeah. Less tang, you know?
A1 steak sauce. I can't remember the last time I had it. Got to be 15.
Had like
20
last
years.
month.
Really?
Yeah. My wife loves A1,
A1.
and that's
steak
why I
sauce.
love her.
That's why. So it brought
She
us
gets
together.
right
actually.
here. Right here.
Yeah, you made me do it. It gets me right here.
Yeah, right here.
I found it a little jarring for you to say your wife.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
used to it.
yeah. It was surprisingly easy to slip into. Like people at work were saying, like, "Oh, you call her your wife already?" I'm like, "We've been together for like 10 years. You don't ball and chain at this point,
Well,
you know."
after you get married, is there like a grace period where you don't call that person your wife or your husband?
I have no idea. I
I'm
just started calling
like
her my
not
wife.
used to George being married, I guess.
Yeah, it's true. James and I, if you didn't know, we have the same ring
We do. We do.
because we have great taste, you know,
Great taste in Costco. You know what I mean?
less filling.
Because it gets you here.
Now that we've alienated everyone from the stream.
With our deep dive on A1 steak sauce.
Yeah. Is there some sort of meat sauce equivalent to A1 in the Land of Beam?
Oh yeah,
Oh, for sure.
we really thought about that.
Yeah,
It's,
we've got a book on that just coming out in 2022. It's 900 pages,
Yeah.
and it
Land
tells
of Beam steak, mutton sauce,
gravy.
gravies.
It's called meat gravy.
Yeah, but gravy is an acronym for something in the land of Eam.
Yeah, some
We'll figure it out
industrial
later.
lubricant or
Yeah.
some sort of oil, petroleum product created by goblins.
Yeah. Ground up rats and various younglings.
Wow. I think there is rat tail foods in the land of Eam that are literally rat tails.
It's a delicacy. Like fried rat tails, it's like chicharrones, you know?
I mean, that's in book 3, I believe.
Is that in book 3? Oh yeah, you're
You
right.
want some
Of
rat
course.
tails?
Yeah. It's in Rickety Stitch Battle of the Bards. If you haven't checked out Rickety Stitch, it's a graphic novel series that inspired the Land of Eam RPG. It takes place in the Land of Eam RPG. It's the story of a skeleton bard who goes on a quest to find out who they were when they were alive. And you can check it out on Amazon. Ask for it anywhere books are sold. I'll link to it if you're interested.
I am.
Tell me more.
Would you like to know more?
Would you like to know more? Tell me more. I love when Ben does that voice. Tell me more. Hello.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, this is a little too detailed for my own good over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was waiting
It's
for you to
going
just get tired of it, you know? It's like he's chugging away, no pun intended, on that choo-choo.
Haha. See, this is something, I guess, where once I get started, I'll finish it, you know?
Mhm.
Because I have a clear idea of what it needs to be because it's already been designed for the book. The other stuff just scares me, you know?
Scares the heck out of me, I tell you.
I got to do more, like, fine-tuning on this before I... But it's parts of it are mimicking the book.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the pegs in a
Yeah, the
field
little
of spikes
platforms.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Platform and then platforms.
Mhm.
But I just want to find a way to, like, suggest a maze-like structure,
Hmm.
like a dungeon.
Are you cramming too much into one zone?
Well, I might move it back here, you know, like...
Mm-hmm. Or even just like, yeah, deepening it, putting the maze farther back, and then having like a front is just a bunch of spikes with the little pegs on it. Might be easier to draw.
You know, figure it out later, you know what I mean? It's not going to be for the stream, you know what I mean? It's going to be, you know, something else, you know.
I was promised spike pits on this stream. You told me.
I was promised.
Me. Only me.
Only me. It's just for me.
So
Ben, on the top of those, are those little bulbs lights, or is it somewhere for you to stick up your head through and like look around?
they're lights.
Okay.
So maybe
Cool.
that's what is being charged up.
Got to charge those lights, baby.
Got to put Bug back into her bed, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Bear's out too. He's staring at me. Says I promised him bananas.
You promised me bananas, father.
I was told.
I
there'll be
await
bananas.
the bananas.
Unleash upon me the divine bananas. The banana-ramas.
When you give him a banana, do you like mush it up for him, or does he just like sit on the banana and eat it until he falls asleep?
He like gums it like with his little teeth until he can get a chunk out. He's like,
but it's like a full banana. You don't prepare it anyway.
No, I cut like very thin rounds of
I
the banana, and he'll kind of chomp through.
In my head, he's just like his whole body is just laying across the field. He's like, like he just took down a gazelle.
Yeah, he's just lazily munching on the kill.
I love it.
That's exactly how it works in his world. He's a strange little creature. He should not be alive anymore, but he is.
They live 1,000 years, George.
He is a dragon. He has a little treasure hoard. Yeah.
He's a worm.
Every day I put a coin into his pile.
He's an elder worm.
Yeah.
Does he have a treasure hoard? That would be amazing if in his like little place, he had like just a pile of silver dollars or something.
I've always wanted to do that,
Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
but I worry that he'll just eat them.
Oh yeah,
He's not smart.
yeah. Just
Don't
Gold
you
bars,
say that
then.
about Bear. He's smart.
Yeah,
how dare you, sir?
he's not disagreeing with me.
Wow.
Look at that rear window.
Great film.
Yeah. I love how quickly Ben can just delete. It's like the press of a thumb button, right? To undo it.
Yeah. It's on my pen.
Yeah, it's on the pen.
Take the pen.
Jerry, take the pen.
Oh, jeez, Louise. You know what I mean?
I do.
I do.
We come for the big feller over here. Okay.
Ben, are you gonna make a?
The real Ben Costa.
Yes. Yeah, it's 1 hour and 18 minutes into the stream. We finally get a peek at the real Ben Costa.
100% goof meter.
Yeah. Ben, is there going to be smoke coming out of that smokestack up front?
Not in this image because it's not moving. It's and I think that'll just, obfuscate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I do.
So how's it going?
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. Just trying to get the Discord link to somebody who is asking about playing a game.
Nice.
If you're looking for a group or GM, by the way, check out the Land of Beam Discord. The link's in the description. And there are folks that are looking to either run a game or play it and do connect with each other.
Yeah, there are a couple people right now looking.
Yeah, they're putting together a group right now. Pretty classic.
Pretty classic,
Classic. There he is. There's the bear. The mighty worm.
The elder worm himself.
He will have his
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew. I love him so. You've had him as long as I've known you, George.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
No, didn't you get him after college?
Maybe like the year out. Like 2006 was probably when I got him. I think he's like.
Oh, interesting. Maybe as long as you had him the first time I went to your place.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. That's amazing.
Yes. He's lived longer than he has any right to live. That's okay. I give him a beard massage on stream. We're gonna get a Twitch strike for lewd content as I massage his beard. Look at that beard.
That's amazing.
Yeah, gotta massage his beard.
So spiky, it's wild.
Yeah, it's actually really soft underneath, like his beard right here. He's a soft belly. Look at that belly. Look at that. That's so soft. It's like a purse, like a leather purse.
Wow.
Make a purse out of you.
Yeah. Make a pencil case out of bear.
No, you won't.
I mean, I've debated it.
So he like lives with you forever.
Yeah.
Guess speaking of which, I just read some article not too long ago about like people that taxidermy their pets, and I thought that was crazy.
I don't know if I could ever do that.
I don't know that I could do that. That's a little spooky.
It's like you go down every morning and your poodle is standing next to the fireplace staring at you.
Yeah, it's like that's.
I don't know that I want that.
It just feels disrespectful to me a little bit.
Mhm.
I don't know. Call me old fashioned.
Let your animals rest.
Just think about taxiderming a person. It's like
Yeah.
it's grisly.
Yeah, it's grisly, but I can understand why it would be really helpful, like in a museum or something, like so you can actually
Sure.
like see the autonomy and like learn about animals and you know
Mhm.
maybe make an impact on the lives of animals that are there.
Mhm.
Or I'm sorry, not at the museum, but you know in the wild.
Right.
Educate
Yeah, like
people to care. But like zoos do a pretty good job of that, even though I'm like not really a fan of zoos, but they educate people about the issues.
I'm a fan of Zoo Tycoon.
I knew Ben was going to say that. I bought a zoo. It's just we were talking about putting a zoo in Dungeoneer Academy yesterday, but we opted against it. Didn't make any sense.
There should be a petting zoo somewhere, like with murgatoads.
There's a goat prison.
A goat prison. Wow.
There's a goat prison, but you know, don't have a zoo.
We just use those for meat.
Yeah. Goats are actually the most sentient species in Land of Beam.
They're like
yeah.
they're like dolphins and hitchhikers.
Yeah. They're the true dominant life form.
True
I mean, the main character Coop has a pet goat.
That's true.
What?
Yeah, he's got a goat named Walter.
I love it.
Back in
Does Walter? Do you guys? Oh, back in River Country, so he's not with him
with his family. Yeah.
Are you gonna read Dungeoneer Adventure stories?
Do you want me to?
This is already my favorite exchange of the day.
Yeah, I'm going to continue my personal quest to not read any of your content, but to participate in streams. The only way I learn about anything in Land of Beam is by actually playing in the Land of Beam.
Yeah, you've never read the rulebook.
No. I just like Google. I just search for like what I can do when we travel, and I search for it every time because I can never remember.
It's okay. We forgive you because you're giving you every Saturday to do this.
I'm consistent, Ben.
It's all that matters. It's all that matters.
Oh, look at that! Look! It's a double-barreled
exhaust pipe.
Yeah.
For maximum pollution, although if it's steam, it's not really polluting anything.
Should have a clothesline across the top of it so people can get their clothes steamed as the train goes.
Yeah, it'd be really effective.
Yeah.
We rode on a steam train when we went to one of our buddies' weddings.
Oh, nice.
That was pretty cool.
Chugga chugga woo woo, you know?
Yeah, it was neat.
I like trains.
I like trains, okay?
And automobiles. And
planes, trains, and automobiles, you know?
It's my favorite Thanksgiving Day movie.
What is your favorite film?
My favorite film is The Seven Samurai.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's
really good.
Nothing really knocks it off the top for me in terms of how brilliant I think it is and the enjoyment that it gives me.
Mm. Ditto for Spaceballs.
Spaceballs is probably in my top 20 though.
Yeah, that is truly, I think it may be the one of my favorite, if not my favorite movie.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
I love me some Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
I love that, like, you and Elliot share this.
Really?
I think Elliot's favorite movie is Spaceballs.
It's because we're both half Asian. So it speaks to us and our identities.
Yeah, Mel Brooks speaks to you. What about you, Costa?
Jeez, that's a hard question.
It's a very mercurial question.
You know, I don't know. I don't know.
It's not
Academy 4.
It's not. Yeah.
I mean, I want to say like Star Wars, but
I was gonna say, like, surprised that none of us said Star Wars.
that requires me to have to like not think about a lot of stuff related to Star Wars.
Yeah.
I can't like the original piece of art because other art
It's ruined.
lessens it.
Yeah.
It's an interesting. That's an interesting a conundrum because I feel similarly about Star Wars. Like I love Star Wars, but I don't like dote on it because there's reasons for me to not like it too. That I like things I just don't like.
You like love the original trilogy in a vacuum.
But I love Conan the Barbarian, even though the remake of Conan and the sequel to Conan weren't good. Although the sequel to Conan's funny. Like I don't know. Like,
okay. Kind of like the Destroyer. Is that the one?
Yeah, Conan the Destroyer. I actually do kind of like because it makes me laugh. It's like funny.
Same.
It's like camp, but it's
it's like campy.
Yeah.
When
it's not like
compare it to Conan the Barbarian. It's
like
failure.
It's an utter failure. It's like incomprehensible. But Conan doesn't make me hate Conan.
Right.
Like, I don't like dislike Conan because I'd say Conan's probably my second favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
I think it's just the repeated like bad things in Star Wars, like not only the prequels but the sequels, and I actually prefer a time like I really do like I didn't even read a lot of it, but I really do like the early expanded universe and like
Yeah, I didn't read a lot of it. I read a couple of the books and I did like what I read, but I didn't dive deep.
Was it more in keeping?
Well, it's like all the stuff that was related to the D6 RPG. It just like it captured the feel of Star Wars. It kept what was good about Star Wars true.
It was on brand. It was like it followed its own rules, and then new stuff that came out didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't have to be good, but it
should be in the same vein.
Yeah. I think that's like the big thing for me. Like the prequels just does not hold true to anything in the original trilogy.
I totally get it.
Book.
In your canon. No, I definitely get that. I think that's what makes Conan Exiles such a good game. Is that it has the right feel, the right vibe.
Actually, you're right. It
like
captures the vibe and it doesn't like poop on anything.
Yeah, it doesn't need to have much of a story. It just has like the appropriate vibe for the jungle area, the appropriate vibe for like, giant spiders and all this other stuff. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. It tracks.
Feels very Conan-y.
Konami. Konami. It's my favorite Japanese video game company is Konami.
Konami.
I'm just waiting for Isle of Sipta to go on sale, James.
I'm thinking like after a bunch of deadlines, it'll be
reward. You let me know. Let me know.
My reward. I will play Isle of Sipta hard.
I will host the server. I will pay for that G portal.
I'm so in. My brother is super into. He's like asking all the time, like,
Yeah.
when we're going to do it.
I keep like looking at the icon. It's installed on my desktop. I like look at Conan and I look at Valheim, and I just want to go back to either of them.
Yeah.
It's like simple and good.
Gets you here. Gets you right here.
Right here.
Hey,
Hey, way to bring it back. That's comedy.
that
A1
is
steak
comedy.
sauce.
That's comida right there.
It is.
It's the food of life.
Comida. Tiene comida.
I can't believe it. Comida.
George, you still? I'm interested in Lost Ark. I'm interested in playing that with you,
You are.
George.
Am I bringing it?
Uh-oh.
What?
George is getting jumbly.
Yeah. Okay. Is it bad?
No. It's bad. It's all
I can
bad.
sense your anger. Well, on that note, this is the next 6 minutes. Ben's just going to drink 6 glasses of water.
Well, I think I'm going to finish this train, and then we could probably end it.
Sure.
Finish that train.
Finish the train, the sputter train, going through the fungal jungle, y'all. Georgie, I'm adding him to the stream. There he is.
Hey.
Hey,
I can't
dude.
tell. I can't tell if it's T-Mobile. It's angry, or if my phone said, "Hey, dude, you've been streaming too long," on my small equipment. Yeah, I'm excited about Lost Arch too. To a certain extent, I've been watching a lot of guides and videos on it.
Is it on Steam?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's going to be free. There are benefits to the founders packs. Like there's a variety of price ranges. A lot of it's all just like the higher you go is cosmetic and quality of life, like
Sure.
stuff that you don't need to play and enjoy it. Yeah, jump on in,
Yeah,
or we's gonna
I will give it a shot.
It's not out
February.
yet.
Yeah, February 11th, I think, or 12th. There's a 3-day early access period if you buy a founders pack. So on the 8th it'll be available, I think. I'm gonna check it out.
Me too.
I'm gonna check it out,
I'm gonna check it out. It's gonna be cool.
I'm gonna check you out. Don't make a film about you. I can't believe my internet is still down. It's just
Yeah,
unacceptable.
that's weird, man. That's weird, dude.
Sometimes it happens. It'll be like a 6-hour span of no access.
It happened to me not too long ago. I had a
Yeah.
big outage in my area post a storm, and it was choppy for a long time. But now,
Yeah. I wonder if we had really bad winds last night. There may have been some shenanigans with that. Right there? Bad winds.
Mace Windu.
Mace Windu.
Bad
Here we go.
Windus.
look at that guy.
Look at his eye. Look at that eyeball. He cares not for anything.
I love him.
He's bear.
I love him so much.
Love you.
Oh,
Okay. Here it is. It's a healthy bearded dragon. A beast bearded dragon.
Be saying?
Yeah.
He said he's a healthy bearded dragon. He's a good-looking bearded dragon or something.
I said he's an
that, like,
obese one, but
Obese.
How does it feel
Yes.
that like both Bug and Noodle would try to eat Bear?
It's fine. Bear knows where he stands in the grand world of things. I'm pretty sure they would be more like scared of him than anything.
How tough is he?
I don't think so.
He's hardy. He would not survive like a mauling though, if that's what you're getting at.
Yeah, I feel like Noodle
No.
has the ability to maul.
Yeah,
I've
he'd scramble.
seen-
He'd scramble away.
I've seen Bug catch a lizard and maul it.
Yeah, just shake. she just shakes it.
Just shook the heck out of
Yeah,
it.
she just had it in her mouth and shook it.
Yeah. Bear is almost as big as Bug though, so. Like, I don't think so, Tim.
Bug's got reach though. She got those legs.
Yeah, because she's a boxer, you know.
She's a Boston Terrier.
It's like a mini boxer.
Like a little tiny one. Little bitty one.
I mean, that's the reason why I think they're so cute. You know, I grew up with a boxer. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do?
Good old Bisha.
What are
I
you
love
gonna do? She was a jewel, you know.
She was.
Trying to restart my internet for the 8th time.
Is there an outage thing that you're tracking, or?
No, it just makes me angry when I look at those things. It's like, because like half the time it doesn't exist. Yeah. Half the time it doesn't exist in my area, like the outage.
Right.
And like it may just be because we have really bad, like poorly insulated cables running from the power or the connection to our townhouse units. That's a beautiful locomotive.
Ain't it?
I appreciate that the wheels are like cross-linked with those bars. You know, that's pretty spot on. You know.
A nice detail.
Yeah.
It's probably the most detailed thing. It's gonna.
I mean the
garden's pretty detailed.
The garden's pretty detailed. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, but those are trees. They're just like blobs.
Blob's big boy, you know.
Taking the magic right out.
Yeah. Ben's all about deflating our compliments, you know.
It's just blob.
Oh,
It's
you
not
like it? Ain't
Anybody
nothing
can
big.
do this.
Yeah. It's junk.
I'm a realist, okay? So sue me.
God.
So sue me.
It's easy to forget that we're on a stream. This
True.
is how we talk to
This
each
is
other.
how we are. Yeah. It's like the only difference is like there's less hard R comments.
Wow.
Well, I think I'm gonna end the drawing. So I guess we'll end the stream. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fun to hang out, guys.
Yeah. Sorry about the internet,
Ben
but
doing the
such
art.
is life.
Assuming that George's internet is back up by next week, we'll continue the Land of Eam campaign.
Episode 3.
Indeed.
Hooch and Brando. Where will it take them?
I was thinking about this stream and I was like, I have no idea what happened last time, and
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you
I mean, I'm taking notes.
what would happen next.
Yeah.
George's minutes are the key.
Yeah. And even those are spotty sometimes. I'm like, I don't know what this means.
Classic. All right,
All
everybody.
right.
Classic.
Yeah. Crunchy, classic, classic.
Crispity, crunchity, peanut buttery. Classic.
Classic.
This is us not knowing how to say goodbye to everybody watching the stream.
Yeah. Well, you know, just get up and
It's
leave.
classic.
I guess we'll talk to you later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tune in next week.
Sound
We'll
up
play
just
Land of Eam.
you like classic too. Yeah.
There's one.
Until then.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We will catch you next week. If you want to check out more of the Land of Eam, go to landofeam.com. You can also check out Rickety Stitch and Dungeoneer Adventures at landofeam.com. And we'll be back next week to play some Land of Eam RPG. Catch you later.
It's true.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye now.